What's up everyone? Today I'm going to be looking at Jurassic World Evolution. It's a management sim developed and published by Frontier Developments. Based on the 2015 film Jurassic World, the game was originally released in 2018 for PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now it's made its way to Nintendo Switch, but what's it like? Before we get into things though, I would just like to thank the wonderful people at Frontier Development for providing this copy of the game for me to review. And I'm really happy that I got a chance to play this game as it's one that surprised me. Growing up, I'm sure many kids out there, was always interested in dinosaurs and remember the original movie fondly. It's a classic that still holds up today. So to play a game that's grounded in that franchise, seeing all those dinosaurs must be great, right? Well, luckily I can say Jurassic World Evolution takes the right steps to making an enjoyable experience. That is if you like sims where you manage and build, as there's very little action in this game. Packed with every piece of downloadable content available since launch, Jurassic World Evolution Complete Edition for Nintendo Switch includes all three major narrative expansions: Return to Jurassic Park, Clear Sanctuary, Secrets of Dr. Wu, as well as 4 dinosaur packs and Raptor Squad skin collection. Jeff Goldblum also reprises his role as Dr. Ian Malcolm and voices throughout while you play, which is always good and helps immerse you in the world.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
So like I said, this game is all about management, so you'll be building your own park the way you want it, but you'll obviously have to make the right choices to keep your park profitable, and this mainly comes from the dinosaurs you're able to create for your park. Park management itself, beyond the park layout and the dinosaurs, is fairly minimal. Your guests will need services like restaurants and shops to keep them entertained, but once you've put those down, you don't need to worry about them again. Jurassic World is very much focused on the dinosaurs, and so are the guests. So things like viewing platforms, gyroscopes and monorails are much more important to bring in more guests and with that more money. With over 40 species to unlock, from the Triceratops to Ceratosaurus and Brachiosaurus, unlocking each one is done by collecting fossils through expeditions and extracting their genomes. Once they've been incubated, you get to see them take their first steps out of their enclosure and into the park. For me, this never got boring, as you never really know how they'll react. Each dinosaur has a distinct personality, and by viewing their status panel, you can check to see how happy or unhappy they are. And you'll want to keep them from getting unhappy, or they'll let loose from their enclosures and then try to take out all your guests. You can build security shelters for times like these, and then you'll need to alert the park security to tranquilize the dinos and bring them back to the enclosure. That will need to be fixed also.
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him.
There is a lot to do in this game, and it can become a balancing act trying to sort out a number of problems the bigger your park becomes. Ensuring just the right amount of trees, food, water, and depending on the species, which I learned the hard way, fellow dinos to play with, are some of the ways to keep your creations happy. Now it's a small addition, but one I thought was a nice touch is the ability to jump into your park ranger's Jeep or descend from above in the ACU helicopter and drive or fly around your park. Being able to get up close isn't just for fun though, and you'll need to medicate your dinos if they're sick, or remove dead ones from enclosures so they don't spread disease. This can also be delegated to the computer to do though, so if you wanted to do something else whilst the AI refills the feeders in enclosures for example, you can. One of my biggest gripes with the game however is the tutorial section. Things aren't explained as well as they could be, and I found myself sinking hours into the game, only then having to restart my island because I made a few mistakes at the beginning and went bankrupt. Starting over however allowed me to slow things down and really pay attention to what the game wanted me to do, and things started to make more sense. Saying that however, players shouldn't have to use trial and error to play through games like these, and some of the numerous functions, and there are a lot, could have been explained much more comprehensively. Graphically the game looks fine, there are fuzzy textures here and there and some pop-up, however the detail on the dinosaurs, which is what you really care about, looks good, and there's nothing that will stop you from enjoying the game, whether that's the gameplay or graphics. It will still leave you wanting to do and see more. Saying all of that, when docked the game looks a lot better than handheld, which is where things get a little bit more muddier and are less prettier all round. Hopefully the game can get a patch to fix some of these issues though. The music also helps to bring you into the world and even has some of the classic songs from the franchise thrown in there. Jurassic World Evolution is a fully loaded, expertly crafted dinosaur theme park sim. It's full of all the things you'd expect to be in a game like this, with lovely little nods and references to the movie series. Again, if management sims and Jurassic Park is your thing, definitely check this one out, as there is enough here to keep you entertained for hours and hours. If these sort of games aren't your usual genre, then you might find yourself in over your head. So I would say watch a few gameplay videos before making up your mind, as this is more about strategy and planning than all-out action with dinosaurs. Jurassic World Evolution is now available on the eShop at the more pricier end of the scale at $49.99. This is the complete edition, so you are getting all of the DLC that has been released for the game, but you can get a prettier and cheaper experience on other consoles. If however the Switch is your only option, and that's too high of a price, I would say wait for the sales, as this title is sure to come down quite a bit, and it's definitely a game I'd recommend playing. Anyway, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to hit that like button and leave your comments below. Catch you next time.
And now we reach the inevitable. Life begets death. But here's the question that you got to ask yourself: was this avoidable? The answer? Of course not. Death, it's always coming. But could you have delayed it? Well, that's maybe another story.